The drought had lasted so long that even her tears had dried. The earth was cracked like broken pottery, and every morning she rose hoping to find dew on the stones. Yet the ground gave nothing. Her son's ribs showed like thin branches beneath his skin, and his laughter had faded into weak sighs. The jar of flour in her kitchen was almost empty, and the jug of oil tilted so low, she could hear only the faint echo of what once had been. She had saved them for one last meal, a bitter surrender, bread of farewell. That night she sat awake by the dim fire, watching her son sleep. She whispered into the darkness, "God of Israel, if you see me, why is my child fading before my eyes? If you have forgotten us, let me at least give him one final bread before the end." The next morning, when she gathered sticks at the city gate, a man appeared. He was weary, dust on his beard, eyes sharp with hunger but burning with a light she did not understand. His voice broke the silence of her despair. "Bring me a little water," he said. And as she turned to go, he called after her, "And bring me a morsel of bread in your hand." Her heart clenched. Bread? Did he not see the hollowness in her face? Did he not hear the silence of her jars? She nearly shouted her grief. "As the Lord your God lives, I have nothing baked, only a handful of flour in a jar and a little oil in a jug. I am gathering a couple of sticks to prepare it for myself and my son, that we may eat it and die." The man's eyes did not waver. He looked at her as though he had already heard her midnight prayer. "Do not be afraid," he said gently. "Go and do as you have said. But first, make me a little cake of it and bring it to me. Afterward, make some for yourself and your son. For thus says the Lord, the God of Israel, the jar of flour shall not be spent, and the jug of oil shall not be empty, until the day the Lord sends rain upon the earth." Her hands trembled. Was this madness? To give away the last meal of her child? Yet in his voice was no cruelty, only a strange certainty, as if he spoke for someone beyond hunger and drought. She went inside, scooped the flour, poured the oil. The sound was so soft, like the last grains of sand slipping through an hourglass. She baked the small cake, tears falling onto the fire. When she placed it before him, something unexpected filled her heart. Not despair, but release. That night, when she reached again for the jar, she froze. The flour was still there. The oil glistened at the bottom of the jug, more than enough for another day. She fell to her knees, clutching her son, whispering, "We will live." And in the silence she knew the God she thought had forgotten her had not only seen her suffering. He had chosen her house, her empty jars, and her breaking heart as the place of his miracle.